Welcome to your 5-minute focus. Today's scripture is going to come from Psalms 46, and we're going to look at verse 1 and 2. Today, we are still talking about fear, and this could not have come at a better time when there are so many things going on in the world that would cause us to walk in fear. Um, when we look at what's going on with the pandemic and in Afghanistan right now, it's just so many things, and that's just naming just a couple. There's so many other things that are happening across this entire world, that could cause us to walk around in a state of fear. And the enemy would like nothing best than for the people of God to walk around in fear. Because think about it, if we walk around in fear, then how does that give hope to anybody else? To know that there is a God who is sitting on the throne, who is in control of everything. So we're gonna jump right into Psalms 46 and 1, and it reads, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea." And when I was reading that scripture, it just made me think about so many different things and how easy it is for us to fall into that trap whenever we see trouble arise, and we forget that God is our refuge. He is our safe place. He is that shelter that we need to kind of protect us from those things that would cause us to fall into a state of being afraid, or a state of feeling like God is not going to rescue us or to even keep us protected. Um, that is what God being our refuge is. It is Him confirming in us that He will be our shelter, our safe place, our very present help in the time of trouble, in the time of storm. So you can think about something that you may be personally facing right now, and that whatever that thing is, if you feel like you're in a place where you are exposed or out in the open, and you don't feel as though you really have a safe place or a shelter or somewhere to rest your head in the midst of your situation, God is saying that He is that refuge. He is that strength. He is your very present help in the time of trouble. And all He needs you to do is rely on Him, trust in Him to be that. And the only way we can really trust God to be our refuge is that we understand and know that He is our refuge. And that comes from studying His word, reading His word, understanding what is His scripture saying about the situations in my life. What is His scripture saying about how I should respond when I do feel afraid? And this gives us just another scripture to use or to put in our arsenal. So when we do have those times, we can go to that scripture and we can say, you know what? I know how I'm feeling right now. I know what this situation looks like, but God is my refuge. He is my strength. He is my place of security. He is where I can go whenever I'm feeling as though life is overwhelming. And He's never too busy to respond to whatever it is, whatever our request is. He's never too busy. He's always available. He's always available during our times of trouble. And it doesn't matter what the situation is. I think a lot of times we may put categories on our situation. It could be the simplest situation all the way up to the most difficult, complex, the worst situation possible. Whatever it is, God is still saying to us that He is our refuge. He is our strength. He is our very present help in the time of trouble. And I love how He says very present help. So he's not a past help. He's not, He's not only doing it for our grandmothers or our ancestors. He's not only doing it for them, but He is a very present help. He is doing it now, even in 2021, where it seems like, you can't trace him. He is still a refuge. He's still our strength. He is still a very present help in the time of trouble. So as we are going throughout the remainder of our week, let's keep that in the forefront of our minds. Let's keep that in our spirits, that God is our refuge. He is our strength, our very present help in the time of trouble. And this has been your 5-minute focus.